The moment that changes everything, there comes a time in history when a shift happens. A moment when we stop talking about change and start making it real. Today, I want to share with you something remarkable. Something that is rewriting the narrative of empowerment, success, and leadership for women. You see, for too long, the world has treated empowerment as a privilege instead of a necessity. But when women rise, nations rise. When women lead, industries transform. And when women are given the tools they need not just to survive, but to thrive, society flourishes like never before. NAVER, one of the leading tech giants, has not just spoken about change, they have acted. They have taken 9 bold steps to ensure that women don't just have a seat at the table, but that they have the influence, authority, and impact they deserve. And I am here to tell you why what NAVER is doing is not just good business. It's a blueprint for a better future. Stay with me, because what I am about to share will challenge your thinking, awaken your potential, and inspire you to take action. Point 1. The power of opportunity. The greatest limitation placed on women has never been talent or intelligence, it has been access. NAVER understands that if you want to see innovation explode, you must give women the same opportunities that have been handed to men for centuries. They have developed programs that ensure women not only enter the workforce but rise within it. Leadership positions are not just for the privileged few, they are for those who are equipped, trained, and ready to lead. Point 2. Equal pay, real value. Empowerment is not about words, it's about worth. NAVER has taken the bold step of ensuring that women receive equal pay for equal work. Because when you pay a woman what she is worth, you are not just investing in her, you are investing in the future of the economy. Point 3. Work-life balance is not a luxury. For years, women have been forced to choose family or career. NAVER challenges this false choice. They have implemented family-friendly policies that allow women to excel professionally without sacrificing their personal lives. This is the future of work, not just for women, but for humanity. Point 4. Leadership. Development for women. It is one thing to employ women, it is another to develop them into leaders. NAVER has intentionally created mentorship and leadership programs that ensure women are not just filling positions, but shaping industries. Point 5. Safe and inclusive workspaces. A woman cannot thrive in an environment where she is constantly fighting discrimination, bias, or harassment. NAVER has taken action to create workspaces that are safe, inclusive, and empowering, where women are valued, not just tolerated. Point 6. Funding women-led innovation. NAVER has recognized that some of the greatest ideas in technology, business, and science come from women. That is why they are funding and supporting women entrepreneurs who are shaping the next generation of global breakthroughs. Point 7. Education and skill development. Future belongs to those who are prepared. NAVER invests in training and upskilling women, ensuring that they are not left behind in the rapidly evolving digital world. Point 8. Flexible work models. Traditional work model was designed in an era when only men worked. NAVER has challenged this outdated system, introducing remote work, flexible schedules, and hybrid models that allow women to work in ways that fit their lives. Point 9. A culture of respect and recognition. It is not enough to employ women, you must honor them. NAVER has cultivated a culture of respect where women's contributions are celebrated, their voices are heard, and their success is recognized. NAVER has given us a model, but the question is, what will we do with it? Leaders, businesses, communities, it is time to stop talking about empowering women and start acting on it. Because when we do, we don't just empower women, we empower the world. The time for change is not tomorrow. It is now. Opportunity is. the oxygen of potential. Without it, talent suffocates, dreams wither, and the world is deprived of the greatness it could have witnessed. For generations, women have carried within them the brilliance to innovate, lead, and revolutionize industries. Yet they have often been denied the simplest yet most essential resource opportunity. It is not that women lack intelligence, drive, or capability. It is that the doors have remained shut while society demanded they find another way in. NAVER has recognized this fundamental truth and has chosen not only to open doors but to dismantle the very barriers that have kept women from stepping fully into their destinies. They understand that opportunity is not a favor, nor is it a handout. It is a necessity for progress. When a woman is given the right tools, the right environment, and the right support, she does not just succeed, she transforms everything around her. NAVER has taken bold steps to ensure that women are not merely included in the workforce, but are actively positioned to thrive within it. The company has created initiatives that provide access to leadership training, mentorship programs, and career acceleration pathways that were previously dominated by men. The shift is not about tokenism or fulfilling diversity quotas. It is about recognizing the untapped power that has been overlooked for far too long. By fostering a culture where women are not just present, but are positioned to lead, NAVER is reshaping what it means to create true equality in the professional world. They are not just saying, "Women are welcome here." They are declaring, "Women belong here at the highest levels." One of the greatest challenges women face is the unspoken expectation that they must prove themselves repeatedly just to be considered. The reality is that a woman can possess every qualification, every credential, and still be questioned in ways her male counterparts never are. NAVER has shattered this outdated mindset by ensuring that women are evaluated based on their capability, not their gender. They have implemented policies that actively eliminate biases in hiring, promotions, and project leadership, ensuring that decisions are made based on merit and performance rather than long-standing stereotypes. The result is a work environment where women can rise, not because they fought against discrimination, but because they were finally given the same fair shot as everyone else. This access to opportunity extends beyond just employment. NAVER has recognized that true empowerment starts with education and skills development. They have invested in programs that equip women with the technological and business acumen required to thrive in the modern economy. In an era where the digital revolution is reshaping industries at an unprecedented rate, women cannot afford to be left behind. NAVER is ensuring that they are not only included in this shift but are leading it. They are creating pathways for women in technology, artificial intelligence, entrepreneurship, and executive leadership industries that have historically been male-dominated. This is not just about giving women jobs. It is about giving them the foundation to create, innovate, and redefine industries from within. NAVER's approach to opportunity is also about rewriting narratives. Society has spent centuries telling women what they can and cannot do. It has assigned them roles and dictated limitations that have nothing to do with their actual ability. NAVER refuses to subscribe to these outdated notions. Instead, they operate on the principle that every woman should have the chance to define her own path. Whether she chooses to be a CEO, an engineer, a researcher, or an entrepreneur, the choice should be hers and hers alone. True empowerment does not dictate a woman's choices, it expands them. By providing mentorship, career progression, and an environment where women can flourish, NAVER is proving that when opportunity is distributed fairly, the results benefit not just individuals but entire societies. When a woman is given an opportunity, she does not just take it for herself, she multiplies it. She lifts others, she builds communities, she reinvests in the next generation. NAVER understands this ripple effect, which is why they are not just investing in individual women, but in a movement that will shape the future. The measure of a person's worth in the professional world is often tied to their compensation. Salary is not just a number. It is a reflection of value, respect, and recognition. When two individuals perform the same job with the same level of expertise, the logical expectation is that they receive equal pay. Yet for generations, women have been paid less than their male counterparts for the same work, sending a silent but powerful message. Their contributions are not valued the same. NAVER has chosen to break this unjust cycle, recognizing that equal pay is not just an issue of fairness, it is an issue of dignity. For too long, businesses have operated under outdated justifications for wage disparities. Some argue that women take career breaks for family reasons, while others suggest that women are less likely to negotiate salaries aggressively. These excuses are built on flawed foundations that ignore the systemic barriers women face in the workplace. NAVER has understood that pay should never be determined by anything other than skill, experience, and performance. They have taken deliberate steps to ensure that their pay structures are transparent, free from bias, and designed to reward employees based solely on merit. One of the greatest challenges in achieving equal pay is the lack of transparency in salary discussions. In many organizations, employees are discouraged from discussing their earnings, allowing wage gaps to persist in silence. NAVER has disrupted this culture by implementing clear and open salary structures. Women working at NAVER no longer have to wonder whether they are being compensated fairly. They have the assurance that their paycheck reflects their true value. When a company makes salaries transparent, it does not just prevent discrimination, it builds trust. Employees perform better, stay longer, and contribute more when they know they are being treated with fairness and integrity. Beyond internal policies, NAVER is setting a new standard in the industry. They are proving that equal pay is not an unattainable goal, it is a simple decision to do what is right. Their commitment sends a ripple effect across the corporate world, challenging other organizations to rise to the same level of accountability. When a major corporation takes a stand on equal pay, it forces the rest of the industry to follow or risk falling behind. This is how true change happens, not through empty promises but through bold, measurable action. Equal pay is not just a women's issue. It is an economic issue. Studies have repeatedly shown that closing the gender pay gap would boost global economies, increase consumer spending, and elevate entire communities. When women earn what they deserve, they reinvest in their families, educate their children, and contribute to the economic stability of their nations. NAVER understands that when you pay women fairly, you are not just benefiting individuals, you are strengthening entire societies. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of NAVER's approach is its refusal to wait for external forces to dictate change. They did not implement equal pay because of government mandates or public pressure. They did it because they recognized that true leadership is about setting a standard, not following one. This is the kind of leadership that redefines industries, inspires movements, and leaves a legacy. NAVER has not just spoken about equal pay, they have made it a reality. They have sent a message to every woman in their organization. Your work is valuable, your contributions matter, and your worth will never be discounted. For decades, the professional world has operated on a model that assumes workers have no responsibilities outside the office. It was designed for a time when households had a single breadwinner, typically a man, while women managed the home and raised children. But the world has changed. Women are not just contributors to the workforce. They are leaders, innovators, and decision makers. Yet they are still expected to juggle careers and personal responsibilities within an outdated system that does not accommodate their reality. NAVER has recognized that true empowerment does not mean forcing women to choose between their careers and their families. It means creating a structure that allows them to thrive in both. The idea that work-life balance is a luxury is a dangerous misconception. When people, especially women, are forced to sacrifice their well-being, family, or personal growth for the sake of work, they do not perform better, they burn out. NAVER understands that a company's greatest asset is its people, and when those people are supported holistically, they become more engaged, productive, and innovative. This is why NAVER has made work-life balance a core part of its culture, not just an optional benefit. One of the most significant ways NAVER has addressed this is through flexible work arrangements. They have embraced remote work, hybrid models, and adjustable schedules, allowing employees to structure their workdays around their personal lives instead of the other way around. This is a game changer for women, many of whom carry the dual responsibilities of work and caregiving. It is not about working less, it is about working smarter. By giving employees control over their time, NAVER ensures that women can fulfill their professional ambitions without feeling like they are neglecting their families. Another critical step NAVER has taken is implementing generous parental leave policies. In many companies, maternity leave is treated as a burden, a cost, or an inconvenience. But NAVER understands that supporting mothers is not just the right thing to do, it is a strategic investment. When a company allows women to take the time they need to recover from childbirth, bond with their children, and transition smoothly back into work, it creates an environment where they are more likely to stay and succeed. Even more importantly, NAVER has extended this benefit to fathers as well. By encouraging paternal leave, they are challenging outdated gender roles and ensuring that caregiving is seen as a shared responsibility, not just a woman's duty. NAVER has also introduced wellness programs that go beyond physical health to include mental and emotional well-being. Too often, women in high-pressure jobs suffer in silence, feeling the weight of expectations without any support. NAVER has actively created a culture where mental health is prioritized, offering counseling services, wellness breaks, and support groups that help employees navigate the challenges of balancing work and life. They have recognized that a healthy employee is not one who works the longest hours, but one who is fulfilled, focused, and energized. Childcare support is another area where NAVER has taken significant strides. Many women are forced to step back from their careers because they cannot find reliable, affordable childcare. NAVER has addressed this issue by providing on-site childcare facilities, subsidies, and partnerships with trusted childcare providers. This means that women do not have to choose between being present for their children and advancing in their careers. They can do both. By redefining work-life balance, NAVER is proving that success does not have to come at the expense of personal happiness. They are setting a new standard for companies worldwide, showing that when employees, especially women, are given the freedom to manage their responsibilities without guilt or fear, they do not just work harder, they work better. Leadership is not just about occupying a position, it is about influence, vision, and the ability to inspire change. For centuries, leadership in the corporate world has been dominated by men, not because women lack the capability, but because they have been systematically excluded from the rooms where decisions are made. Too often, women find themselves hitting an invisible ceiling, being overlooked for promotions, and having their ideas credited to someone else. NAVER has decided that enough is enough. They are not just hiring women, they are preparing them to lead. They understand that a company's success is not determined by how many women it employs, but by how many women it empowers to make real decisions at the highest levels. The first step NAVER has taken is ensuring that leadership development is not accidental, it is intentional. Many organizations assume that if they simply hire more women, those women will naturally rise to leadership. But the reality is that without a structured path, systemic biases continue to push women to the sidelines. NAVER has implemented mentorship programs, executive coaching, and leadership training specifically designed to equip women with the skills, confidence, and opportunities they need to move into top positions. They are creating an ecosystem where women are not just included, but are actively cultivated as future leaders. One of the major barriers to leadership for women is the lack of role models. It is difficult to aspire to a position when no one who looks like you has ever held it before. NAVER understands this, which is why they have made it a priority to showcase and elevate women who have broken through these barriers. They ensure that women in leadership are visible, celebrated, and given platforms to share their journeys. When young professionals see women thriving in executive roles, it shifts the narrative from possible to expected. It tells them, this is not an exception, this is your future. Another key initiative is sponsorship over mentorship. While mentorship is valuable, sponsorship is transformational. A mentor gives advice. A sponsor opens doors. NAVER has built a system where senior executives actively advocate for talented women, recommend them for high-profile projects, and ensure they are given opportunities to shine. This is how real change happens, not just by preparing women for leadership, but by placing them in leadership. NAVER has also addressed the confidence gap, a well-documented phenomenon where women, despite being equally qualified, are less likely than men to apply for promotions or negotiate for leadership roles. This is not because they lack ambition, but because they have been conditioned to doubt their readiness. NAVER's leadership programs are designed to break this cycle by providing women with executive presence training, negotiation workshops, and opportunities to lead high-stakes projects early in their careers. When women are consistently placed in leadership positions and given the chance to prove their capabilities, confidence is no longer an issue, it becomes second nature. A crucial part of NAVER's leadership development strategy is ensuring that the workplace itself is structured in a way that supports and retains female leaders. Too often, women who reach leadership positions leave because the environment is hostile, the expectations are unrealistic, or the work-life balance is impossible to maintain. NAVER has proactively created policies that support female executives, including flexible work arrangements, childcare support, and wellness programs that ensure leadership is sustainable, not just attainable. NAVER's leadership development approach is not about giving women a seat at the table, it is about redesigning the table altogether. They are building a corporate culture where female leadership is not just encouraged, but expected and celebrated. By investing in women at every stage of their careers, NAVER is shaping a future where leadership is defined by talent, vision, and impact, not by gender. A workplace is more than just an office. It is an ecosystem where ideas flourish, careers are built, and innovation thrives. However, for too long, many women have had to navigate professional environments that were not designed with their safety, comfort, or growth in mind. Harassment, discrimination, and unconscious bias have been silent. Barriers that have forced women to either endure toxic conditions or leave promising careers altogether. NAVER has recognized that true empowerment does not just come from hiring women or promoting them. It comes from creating an environment where they can work without fear, without bias, and with the full confidence that they belong. NAVER has taken a zero-tolerance stance on harassment and discrimination. Many companies talk about workplace safety, but few take real action to ensure it. NAVER has implemented strict policies that protect women from any form of misconduct, whether it be verbal, physical, or systemic. These policies are not just written guidelines, they are actively enforced. Employees are encouraged to report any form of harassment without fear of retaliation, and NAVER has built a confidential and efficient system for addressing complaints. The result? A workplace where women can focus on their careers instead of worrying about their safety. One of the most powerful things NAVER has done is move beyond just reacting to discrimination and toward preventing it. They have made education and awareness a central part of their corporate culture. Employees at all levels undergo mandatory training on gender equality, unconscious bias, and respectful workplace behavior. This is not just a checkbox exercise, it is a cultural transformation. When people are educated about the biases they may not even realize they have, change becomes possible. NAVER understands that a safe environment is not just about punishing the wrong actions. It is about changing mindsets and behaviors before they become a problem. Inclusion is another key pillar of NAVER's approach. It is not enough for women to be present in the workplace. They must be heard, valued, and given the same opportunities as their male colleagues. NAVER has built an inclusive leadership model where women are actively involved in decision-making processes. They are not just employees, they are key stakeholders. This ensures that policies, strategies, and workplace dynamics reflect the needs of all employees, not just a select few. NAVER has also revolutionized workplace design to make it more accommodating for women. Simple but impactful changes, such as providing nursing rooms for new mothers, offering wellness spaces, and designing office layouts that promote collaboration rather than hierarchy, make a huge difference in ensuring that women feel comfortable and supported. These may seem like small details, but they send a powerful message. This is a workplace where you belong. Another critical aspect of NAVER's commitment to safety and inclusivity is fair and transparent promotion systems. One of the most frustrating experiences for women in the workplace is seeing less qualified male colleagues rise through the ranks while they are overlooked. NAVER has addressed this by eliminating biased evaluation processes and ensuring that promotions are based on skill, performance, and leadership ability, nothing else. This means women no longer have to fight twice as hard to get the recognition they deserve. They are seen, acknowledged, and rewarded fairly. The impact of NAVER's efforts goes beyond just the women who work there. When a company creates a truly safe and inclusive workplace, it sets a new standard for the entire industry. It forces other organizations to rethink their own policies and take action. NAVER is not just building a better workplace for women, they are redefining what a workplace should be for everyone. True empowerment is not just about giving women jobs. It is about giving them the financial independence and resources to build lasting legacies. For too long, women have been limited in their ability to control wealth, access funding, and make independent economic decisions. The corporate world has often treated them as employees but not as decision makers, investors, or business owners. NAVER is changing that by ensuring that economic empowerment extends far beyond the workplace. Their mission is not just to create jobs for women but to create a future where women have full control over their financial destiny. One of the most powerful ways NAVER is driving economic empowerment is by investing in female entrepreneurs. Women around the world start businesses at an incredible rate, yet they receive only a fraction of the funding and resources given to male entrepreneurs. NAVER has recognized this disparity and has taken active steps to bridge the gap. Through funding programs, business development initiatives, and venture capital support, they are ensuring that women with great ideas do not have to rely on an outdated system that has historically ignored them. NAVER's investment in female-led businesses is not just about creating individual success stories, it is about reshaping entire industries. When women have financial backing, they do not just build companies. They build ecosystems that uplift entire communities. Beyond funding, NAVER has created business incubators and training programs designed to help women scale their ventures. Having capital is important, but having the knowledge and network to sustain growth is equally critical. NAVER provides mentorship, marketing assistance, and digital tools that help women navigate the complexities of running a business in a rapidly evolving global economy. This ensures that female entrepreneurs are not just starting businesses but are thriving and competing at the highest levels. Another key aspect of NAVER's economic empowerment strategy is closing the gender gap in technology and innovation. The digital economy is shaping the future of wealth, and NAVER is making sure women are not left behind. They have launched initiatives that provide coding education, digital marketing training, and AI-driven business solutions to female professionals and entrepreneurs. In a world where technology is the currency of success, NAVER is making sure that women have the tools to fully participate and lead. NAVER is also advocating for fair financial policies that support women's long-term economic stability. Many women, even those in high-paying jobs, face unique financial challenges such as wage gaps, career interruptions due to family responsibilities, and limited access to wealth-building opportunities. NAVER is working to change this by promoting policies that encourage equal pay, fair parental leave, and retirement benefits that account for career breaks. Their approach ensures that women are not just financially secure in the present, but are set up for long-term prosperity. Another transformative step NAVER has taken is partnering with organizations that support financial literacy for women. Many financial systems have historically been designed with men in mind, leaving women at a disadvantage when it comes to investing, wealth management, and financial planning. NAVER has made financial education a core part of its empowerment strategy, ensuring that women have the knowledge to build wealth, invest wisely, and make financial decisions that create generational security. Economic empowerment is not just about earning a paycheck, it is about building a future where women are financially free, independent, and in full control of their resources. By prioritizing economic empowerment, NAVER is changing the rules of the game. They are not just helping women succeed within existing systems, they are creating new systems where women thrive as entrepreneurs, investors, and wealth builders. NAVER is proving that when women have economic power, they do not just improve their own lives, they transform entire economies. The true measure of progress is not in words but in action. NAVER has not just spoken about empowering women, they have built a system where women rise, lead, and thrive. Through equal pay, work-life balance, leadership development, a safe workplace, economic empowerment, and investment in female entrepreneurs, NAVER is proving that when women are given opportunity, respect, and resources, they do not just change their own lives, they change the world. This is more than just a corporate initiative. It is a movement. It is a declaration that women's contributions are not optional, they are essential. It is a challenge to every industry, every leader, and every company. If you are not actively empowering women, you are holding the world back. NAVER has chosen to move forward. The question is, who will follow? The time for change is not tomorrow, it is now. The time for empowerment is not conditional, it is absolute. This is not just about women winning, it is about humanity winning. Because when women are truly empowered, everyone rises. So let us not just celebrate women. Let us invest in them. Let us uplift them. And let us stand beside them, not as supporters, but as equals. Because the future is women.